I should be live. Let me go ahead and make certain. Hopefully I don't end up accidentally causing an echo issue. Dooba-dooba-doo. My sound should be adequate as well, which is good.
She's in there.
That's not it. Still working on it. I'll get there apparently. Okay, looks like it went live at last. Neat. Cool. Things were exploding. Functioning as intended, I mean. So, hi! It's me, Jonzy. Sorry, I just finished getting my snack on. And I have never actually played... well, that's not true. I played a little bit of Kerbal Space Program forever ago. Back when it was still a beta game. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't finish a rocket, and I didn't even launch. So I'm gonna go with this is effectively my first real game of Kerbal Space Program. Just because it's also, from what I hear, incredibly different from back in the before times. Apparently I've still got a save. No, I'm just gonna start new. Or should I start training? It's hard to say. I probably should do training just so I know a little bit of what I'm doing, right? Right? Right. By the way, I've also already started drinking, so that's how we want our Kerbal NASA workers to be slightly tipsy. Tutorials don't seem to be... Oh, okay. They are actual playthrough tutorials. Let's see how it goes. Oh dear. Welcome to today's lecture on vessel construction. I'm Werner von Kerman. Whether you want to put a satellite into orbit, make a transcontinental flight, or step into the very surface of the moon, you're going to need to build yourself a ship. It should be pretty easy, even if you're not a famous rocket scientist like myself. In this tutorial, I will first show you around the Kerbal Space Center, then take you to the vehicle assembly building, where you'll learn how to construct a simple ship. We'll cover adding and removing parts, what the parts do, how to change the performance settings of the parts which have that option, and how to control staging. At the end of the tutorial, you will have a craft fit for a quick hop from the launch pad. At each step, I will log out all controls other than the ones you need for that step, if you still manage to mess up. It took even me some time to become as skilled as I am now. You can press the back button to go back and fix things. It won't light up unless you do mess up. We are now at the Kerbal Space Center. I will give you a quick rundown on how to get around. The KSC, for short, is home to the pinnacle of Kerbal endeavor and achievements for space exploration. Using the facility you can see here, you will be able to manage your space program, create rockets and planes, track your Kerbal explorers as they... There's a lot of reading. Maybe I should just go straight into it. What do you think, guys? If you think I should just go straight into it, just say something. Finding exciting news. Finding exciting new... I got lost. Find exciting new uses for explosive substance, and in case of emergency, hire more Kerbals. To find out about each of the facilities, you can hover your mouse over them or the facility buttons. They show up when the cursor is outside this window. If you need to repair a structure or upgrade them in career, you can do this by right-clicking them. Take some time to hover the mouse over the buildings and see what they each are, and when you're ready to enter the vehicle assembly building, Vehicle assembly building is where spacecraft are designed and built before being moved over to the launch pad for flight. So away we go. Very good. What you see in the middle of the screen is the construction area. This is where parts are placed and your craft is constructed. On the left side of the screen is the parts toolbox. It will show all the parts you have available in each of the different categories. Once there are any to pick, that is. If you want your craft to be controllable, you need a command module, and it's best to make it the first part you place. This part will either contain some lucky, plucky Kerbal crew or an automated pilot mechanism. As we're just starting, there's only one choice. Go ahead and pick that command module from the pods tab. Okay, picked it. After at least one part is placed, you can look around with the following controls: arrow keys or right mouse drag. Oh, arrow keys. Hi, arrow keys. Okay. So all of my buttons appear to be okay. So I got to do this actually if I want to use those controls like that. All right, I gotta switch around. I see. Neat. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, that's not up. That's shift plus mouse scroll. Oh, maybe it's the other shift. Okay. So I don't have to do that. Only that shift works. It doesn't function for the right shift. Didn't think that part through, I guess. Oops. If you'd like your pilot to be able to make more than one flight, he or she will have to return safely to the ground or water on Kerbal. Parachutes are a simple way to make sure that happens. They can be found on the Utility tab. Change tabs by clicking their icons on the left of the part list window. When you're choosing parts, you can view the details of available parts by hovering over them in the toolbox. When the info is visible, most parts have an additional information window which can be opened with a right click. Note that the parachute states the effective diameter in each state and what the maximum safe speed for deployment is. Go ahead and select the MK16 parachute by left clicking on it. Okay, so we were looking for Utility, parachute. Then move it to the top of the command pod so that... Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. Perfect. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay. Just had to click in the right pixel there. So the green sphere at the bottom of the parachute lines up with the green sphere at the top of the pod. Okay. Perfect. Click again to attach. Done. Some parts, like our parachute here, have configurable options. To see those, we need to right click on the parachute. We just attach the pod. Do that now and you will see the available parameters. Alright. Minimum pressure 0.04, altitude 1000. Okay. On the parachute, you will see that we can adjust our altitude and atmospheric pressure at which to open. That setting can be quite useful on distant worlds. For now, let's check that the opening height on the chute is at least 1000 meters, because safety is the Kerbal way after all. For the minimum pressure slider, move it a bit to the right to 0.02. Oops. Oh, I fucked it. Oh, 0.2. That's a bit of a difference there. This setting prevents the chute from activating until the atmospheric pressure is above the configured values. On Kerbal, 0.2 is about 9 kilometers in altitude, so even if you stage early and arm the parachute, it'll wait until then to activate. You can hide these options by right-clicking on the background scene or picking up another part when there's one available. When you're happy with that, we can proceed. Sure! Next up, we're going to need something to make us go. Click on the Engines tab on the left to show the available engines and solid rocket motors. Engines tab. Grab one and connect it to the bottom of the pod. You may need to zoom or move. Oh. Perfect. Oops, I forgot you're just starting out. You're not a famous rocket scientist, and to make that craft survival as it stands now, you'd have to be better at rocket science than me. Ha! Impossible. Rude. The problem with that craft is that this solid rocket is too powerful for the payload, a single small pod and a chute. It will either burn up on ascent from going too fast, or burn up coming back down. Even if you survive that, the craft's mass will cause it to fall too fast for the parachute to operate properly, and you'd hit the surface before it could stop you. Okay, I promise to teach you how to change that to make it work in a later tutorial, but for now, let's continue. Well, at least this way I get to tell you about removing parts. Pick up the BACC thumper and either drop it back over the parts toolbox or delete. Parts toolbox? That seems to have worked, right? Instead, let's add the solid motor that's better matched for the ship size. This guy. Got it. I get it. Oh, fuck. I duked it. That said, it does have enough oomph to get this little craft moving skyward, and quickly as you progress, you will be able to unlock more engines and other parts. Nice one! You've built the simplest survival craft possible. We could go launch this right now, but it might be safer to explain one other thing. In the bottom right, you will see the staging stack. It's the box with the number 0, okay, and icons for the parachute and engines in it. This stack shows us which parts will be activated as we stage our rocket. What this shows is that when we activate the next stage, both the engines and the parachute will be triggered. While it could be considered funny to open the chute and fire the motors at the same time, it's not going to give you much of a flight. To fix this, we need to separate the engine and chute into 2 stages. If you mouse over the 0 stage, you will see a little plus and minus. Okay. And I'm guessing that's what I was supposed to do. Click the plus to add a new stage. If you add too many, click the minus to remove them. Make sure you have precisely 2 stages. Excellent. It's important to note that the stages activate from the highest number and then count down. So our first stage will be stage 1. Okay, good. I did it right. Hi, Davey. How's it going? Now drag the engine icon from stage 0 down to stage 1. Did that. I'm so awesome. I basically already know how to build rockets. I'm a rocket scientist. That's it. We now have a safe, well, relatively safe craft that's ready to go. Let's make sure that if we need this design again, we don't have to build it all from scratch. At the top of the screen, you will see the name of our craft. Untitled spacecraft doesn't seem so majestic. Why don't you change it to be something more your style, and you can add a description if you'd like to. When you use the load screens later, these names and description will help you to grab the right vessel. When you're happy with the name, click on save. Okay, so what am I doing? I am doing science. I'm doing science so hard. I am not sure what I should name this. It's small, so this seems appropriate. Pocket rocket. Description. Beautiful. It's not big, but it gets the job done. Excellent work. Feel free to play around with the parts and techniques I've shown you. What game is this? Well, in reality it is Kerbal Space Program. But for purposes of science, I'm going to say Battletoads. Feel free to play around with the parts and techniques I've shown you, and when you're ready to continue, press the red button in the upper right to exit. Back at the training menu, try the Flight Basics tutorial to learn how to fly this little craft, and then Intermediate Construction tutorial can teach you more about the editor. Okay. So... let's name everything after Madik. That is a valid valid naming scheme. I have a lot of Magikarps named after my penis. Where's the red button? Red button! Don't save? Training? All this learning is harsh in my buzz. I'm just gonna go straight into Sandbox and see what happens. Free to play without any constraints, but research and development and mission control are unavailable. Okay, because I can't research new parts. They're story mode, basically. There's a delay from when your mouth moves to when the sound of your voice occurs. Dang. Dang. Nice to meet you. I'm Gene Kerman, Flight Director and your guide for this quick introduction. This is the Space Center. From here you can manage all aspects of the space program. Feel free to have a look around. Hold the right mouse button to move your camera or use the arrow keys. Right-click over the Space Center facilities to view more about them, and then left-click when you're ready to head inside. If you need more information, check out the training session on the main menu. Thanks, I've got it. Totally got it. 100%. No need for any kind of explanation past this. Also, hello, I'm Werner von Kerman, Chief Rocketry Engineer. This is the vehicle assembly building where we build spacecraft and later roll them out to the launch pad for flight. Pretty impressive. On your left, you'll find components to construct your own spacecraft. Select a starting part, then attach others to it to build a ship. You can then have a look around with the right mouse button. It's not as if it were a rocket. Oh. Anyhow, if you need a more... Oh, it can't be that time. I already have a drink. I'm enjoying my drink right now. And I wouldn't want to run out of delicious bananas for our Saturday night games, you know? I don't want to ruin that. Anyhow, if you need any more in-depth yada yada, okay, got it. Okay, so let's start off with a cockpit. We already know a build that works according to the training module, but let's see. Probodobodyne Stay Putnik. That's Russian. Nope, can't do it. Gotta be American made because it was just the 4th of July. Mark 1 lander can. Capsule was designed for lightweight, non-atmospheric landers and seats a single occupant. Features a novel full-body crumple zone technology. Just buy yourself something else to shoot. I might eventually. It might happen. External command seat. What? Cannot be the first part of vessel. Our second generation cockpit. This unit is equipped to ensure survival in some of the worst conditions possible. The extra reinforcement has slightly increased weight. Okay, so that... Let's just start with this base component here. What's the Harmon 1? I guess that's true. What is the Harmon 1? It involves me getting up, and I'm incredibly lazy. Well, see here. They did say that the Thumper was a little too much oomph. Solid fuel booster. Fuel engines. The hammer. The hammer is going to be my penis. We got ourselves some other parts. Command and control. I don't know what any of these things do because I didn't go through that part of the tutorial. What could go wrong? Structural. Yeah, you have met me. Coupling. Wait till we get a moon colony for coupling. Aerodynamics, so we don't need that. That's silly. Thermal, electrical. We could probably actually do a parachute still. The hammer is, in fact, my rocket booster. Science! This is just a tab that's labeled Science. Sentinel Infrared Telescope. Bunch of scanners and telescopes, it looks like. Storage unit. I said it too. There's a lot going on here. Let's give this thing some kind of like wings, because wings are... Oh shit, I fucked up. Alright. Hold on. Wings are cool. Nope. But I have to figure out how to put them on. Come on. Okay. Here. I'm gonna put a wing here. Shit. Shit. Was it this wing? Yeah, we're good. This wing is not facing the right direction here. Wonder if you can add a sensor under the cockpit. Here. Freaking... How do I control the placement of this wing, I wonder? Let's take a close look. That is not the same wing, is it? That's supposed to be the same wing. There we go. Oh, well, that was weird. Perfect. Is that lined up? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Is there like any kind of like adjustable something that'll let me do turning, maybe? Tail fin. Yeah, perfect. Oh, that's a bit big. That might be a bit much. Fuck it. Perfect. Nailed it. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I got this. This is it. It fits. If it fits, it works. It's good. We're going with it. We got a cockpit already. We got plenty of fuel. We're not really expecting to get far. Right. Let's not forget what we've learned. That goes away first. We'll name you my winged warrior. And, launch? Is that what I want? Yeah! Do a replica of Saturn. So the Saturn V is probably a spaceship. Oh, dear. This is... Okay, maybe I was supposed to build like a thing. Like a stand thing. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. So how do I launch? I should have looked at the tutorial for how to launch, huh? That's how you launch. Press spacebar. Oh, dicks. All right. Well, it's fine. That was an unmanned probe to slightly to the right. Mission accomplished. Okay, so the start from the start, that was that was not best. That was not my best work. Okay, all right. We're gonna revert to vehicle assembly. Probe had a family. No, not anymore. The family is going to be on the next launch. Alright, so that was a mission not so... Maybe let's just take that away, because I didn't really have any means of, like, getting it to... How do I get rid of you? No, I don't want to just leave you in the middle of space. I didn't have any means of controlling it that I could figure out. We're just going to launch it without that and see if that helps. There we go. Okay. It's standing, so that's a good start. Alright, we're going up. That's a good thing. It is going ever so slightly to the left, though. It's apparently a windy day. Oh, I do have some control over it. Awesome. Yaw. Where are we going? Oh, crap. Are you the pilot? Oh, this is awkward. So about that whole unmanned thing, Mr. Jebediah, I apologize to your predecessor, who I have no idea of the name of. Are we up? Are we out? Are we good? We in space now? We space? I think I did a thing. Will it break the atmosphere? It looks like, based on my upward progress, that I have? I'm not... Oh no, it's, I'm still in atmosphere. It's going up. The numbers are still going up. That's a good thing, right? Oh, oh dang. That's a bit more yaw than I really should have. By the way, WASD do things. I have fun, Jebediah. Oh no, no. How do I slow it down? Oh dear. Come on now. Let's fight this a little bit less yaw, less pitch. Pitch less. It'll break something. Okay, we're still going up, so that's good. Am I in... it looks like I'm orbiting at 521 meters per second, so that's pretty neat. I don't seem to be going up anymore. I don't think I broke the atmosphere. But at least Jebediah is happy. So down is a thing that's happening. Wonder if I should manually do the thing, the parachute thing. Probably not yet. I should probably wait and not parachute like immediately. Well, it's been a pleasure rocketing you into space, Jebediah. Still spinning. I should probably do something to prevent it from spinning nearly so much. Here we go. Yeah, no, that's more spinning. Less spinning is what I was looking for here. Nope, you're still spinning. Can we spin a little less? All right, you're spinning more. Nope. All right. Now, perfect. Perfect. That's probably as stable as it's gonna get. What's a good amount of, like, distance when I should activate the parachute? It seems to be red. I'm assuming that means that I shouldn't activate it yet. Probably because of something. I don't know. Red seems like a bad, like, color for activation, but I'm getting real close, so maybe sooner rather than later. I'll wait till 1,000. How about that? It didn't do it. That was not fast enough. Beer of choice. Well, I would pour one out to the Jebediahs that aren't here no more, but, well, I got carpet, so no. Note to self. let parachute out before 1,000 next time. That's no good. Let's see, liftoff. Winged Warrior crashed into Kerbal. Jebediah Kerbal was killed. Sad. Emotes only. Hammer, solid fuel booster, collided into the surface, collided in the surface, collided in the surface. A bunch of stuff just was destroyed. Didn't activate the parachute, it seems. Maybe I should go back to the tutorial. What do you guys think? Shall I continue on my aimless journey here, or attempt to learn revert to vehicle assembly? That's for sure. Let's just take off all wings entirely. We're going real base model here. Anything cool utility-wise that I can use? No. I don't know what many of these things do. AEFF3 Airstream Protective Shell. That's pretty neat sounding. Bunch of ground stuff. Try learning Merkin. That ain't me. Alright, we're just gonna go like bare bones basic model here. Actually decrease the weight by using a lighter fuel majig, maybe? That's not fuel majigs, that's fuel majigs, aka engines. What was the one that was used in the tutorial? Was it the flea? Yeah, it was the flea. Is there a thing that connects them and then it would drop off, maybe? Well, we do that. We do that. Command and control. Advanced inline stabilizer. Oh, that sounds useful. How do I... Okay. Look at all that. Reaction wheel module. Small inline, yada yada. Werner engine. Attitude control thruster. These motors are linked to RCS controls but are powered by a fuel oxidizer mix. Neat. Just feels so naked without wings, though. What the hell is an engine nacelle? Engine nacelle is a self-contained solution for powering air-breathing engines. It includes some reserve fuel, making it a very practical option. C7 engineers assure us that these units are quite safe, and that the dents and burn marks will give you a more unique look. Optimized for subsonic flights. Includes very powerful static suction. Adjustable ramp intake. This intake addresses those sometimes absurd contraptions that SSTO engineers design in an attempt to pump more and more air into their engines. Neat. Aerodynamic nose cone? Well, I need the parachute on the nose, so nah. We'll just launch it as is. It's been going well so far. So that's my fuel. Good to know. Up we go into the wild blue yonder, and I'm stabilized, which is pretty neat. Nothing I do will unstabilize me, it seems. That's good. I worry I may have messed something up by trying to unstabilize myself in the midst of that. Oh, hey, I can warp time. Who knew? And we're going down again. Okay, so... alright. We're gonna go down. This time I'm gonna wait to like 10,000 and then just sort of activate my parachute straight away. Yeah, 10,000 seems like a good number. No. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Doesn't seem like I'm slowing that much down. Oh, hey, it works. Okay, good times, good times. There we go. Good news, Jebediah. You might actually survive this. Go EVA? Oh, jeez. How do I not do that? Oh, jeez. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. I don't want to be an EVA anymore. How do I stop that? Crap. I've gone inside. There's no windows in this thing. Oh, hey, there's a window. My orbit is very crappy. Alright. Resume flight? Seem to be stuck in staging mode? Docking mode? No. Let's find every single button on this until we figure it out. We're not going to figure it out. Staging mode. Uh-oh. That ain't it. Okay. Tracking station? I might have duked it. And then tracking station facility. Neat. Let me go. Oh, hey, landed at VAB. Okay, let's go back to wherever I'm going, hopefully. Hey. Cool. Oh, hey, I can get out. Where are we going? I'm a spaceman now. I claim this land in the name of Kerbanity. I mean, it looks like it's already been occupied by some sort of alien force that uses similar constructions to those back home. Alright, that's not letting... Okay, let me back in. Let me back in. We're gonna call this a successful launch and landing, except for the part where I didn't actually make it to space. Why didn't I make it to space? Planting my flag right there. Name site. Take surface sample. I can take surface samples. That's pretty neat. You collected a sample of the surface. Sure, we'll keep it. Why not? Flag. Review sample? There's 0 science to be gained. Sad. Okay, let's go back to the Space Center. We're gonna have to learn again, because I'm just not seeing myself getting a whole lot further in this without any more knowledge on what the heck I'm doing. Let's see, tracking station. Let's go back to main menu. Sorry. Phone is actually like catching fire in my pocket over here, which is pretty neat. See here, training, basic flight. We'll just go back into training. We'll start learning, like, super hard, right? We'll become the best of the best. Welcome to the Kerbal Space Center launch facility. I'm Gene Kerman, and I will teach you the basics of piloting a spacecraft. I trust you've already checked the basic construction tutorial. If not, I recommend you do so before going through this one. Today we will do a run-through of all the important controls for your spacecraft. Our little hopper from your basic construction lesson with Werner may not have all of them, but we'll do a full run-through once and see how it flies. If you're ready, goes next. Flying a spacecraft is all about being in control of a generally very chaotic situation. As a pilot, your main flight controls will affect the pitch, yaw, and roll of the ship. Let's look at those first. All of the controls will be locked until they're needed for this tutorial is closed. Pitch, yaw. Okay, so I was doing that before with WASD. And roll are the three directions you will rotate your craft. To help you visualize these, we've taken a holiday snap of the hopper below. Next up, we'll see how we rotate in these directions. SW, AD, and QE. I wasn't actually using QE, but that's good to know. That makes me roll. I gotta do combat rolls. Oh, hey. Different Kerbal pilot this time, Valentina Kerman. By controlling pitch, yaw, and roll together, you can keep the ship in controlled flight. Try it now, and notice the indicator on lower left side. Yada yada. Okay, I getcha. Throttle plus pitch, yaw, and roll are the main controls you'll need to master for a successful crash-free flight. Oh, that's the fun of that. We'll skip over the throttle control for now, as this vessel has no need for it. Don't worry, I'll explain it another time when it's of use. Remember that all of these controls have a limited amount of effectiveness, so bigger, heavier ships will probably respond much more sluggishly to the controls than a little small one. It's also good to keep in mind that as stages are separated from the ship, it will become lighter, and this will usually mean easier to control. Next, let's look at the rest of the flight controls. In flight, the planning, you put it into stage, launch the final deployment. You control the activation of several of the ship's parts by activating stages, by pressing space. That did not activate, so that's good. I pressed space, and it was like, nah, not yet. Notice the stage indicator in the lower left. It shows the current stage activation. One more thing on staging: if the staging setup is causing you strife, or you change your mind about something, you can edit the stage sequence on the fly. It was a pun. No need to go back to the assembly facility. An important part of flying is knowing how your ship is oriented and where it's going. That's why a good pilot is always aware of the ship's attitude and its velocity vector, where it's going and where it's pointing. These aren't always the same direction, and as your skills improve, you should pick up on these. The big round instrument on the lower center of the screen is called the nav ball. Neat! This device sums up most of the critical information needed for proper death-free flight. Here you see the ship's nose in relation to the horizon. When you're not pointing straight up, it's easily visible as a line between blue skies and yada yada. This is why I didn't want to go in the tutorial. I don't want to learn. I just want to try to make a plane go whoosh. This is probably important. The fact that my parachute was red before meant something. The left 3 shows safety, safe, risky, and unsafe to deploy. The chute is unstaged in the left 3. The right 3 show state after staging, arm deployed, and cut, shredded. When you are familiar with chute icon colors, we can move on. I see. So if it's red, it's not safe to deploy. Understood. Okay, enough talk. I'll unlock the flight controls and you'll be clear for launch. At any time you press escape to pause the game in the pause menu, restart the flight. Launching! What could go wrong, he said. So, this is basically what I had already done on accident mostly in my initial flights. I can't warp time in tutorial though. But I'm at least keeping a straight flight without. Oop. All right. You know, without messing stuff up, mostly. Solid motor is burned out. You're passing Apopsis, the highest point in your flight, and your speed is low enough that it's safe to stage again to deploy the parachute. So do now before you speed up again. Okay, so I should do it sooner rather than later. I getcha. We were gonna. You've armed the parachute. Now time to wait to get low enough and slow down. And okay, for it to deploy safely. Don't worry, it will do so automatically now. Ah, I see. And now we sit back and enjoy the descent. I get it. I understand now. I can see why they have engineers make spaceships. I mean, yeah, I guess. But I got this. Look at this. Can those engineers do this? I don't think they can. Alright, well, I feel like I got a whole lot of information that I already had learned at that point from this tutorial. So maybe let's... Well, I want to see if there's anything more to this particular aspect of the tutorial. Nah, we'll go to the next one. Intermediate construction. We'll see what the other deedly bobs in our flying device. Glad you could come back. To get started, go ahead and enter the VAB and I'll give you the overview of what we're building today. Sure, why not? Here we are again. Now, to business. If you remember, in our last construction tutorial, we covered how to build a simple hopper and some of the basics of the construction area. In this tutorial, we'll expand your knowledge of some of the more useful features in the VAB, and we'll build a more complex craft that will be able to get us out of the atmosphere. Oh, snap! Okay, so right now we can just go ahead and drop that in there. Then... Wait, click on the... Oh, maybe that wasn't what I was supposed to do. Open. Load... Don't save. Hopper. There we go. I went the wrong way. I should have read the whole thing. If you mess up, you can recreate the craft from the yada yada. If you delete the craft file somehow, close the load dialog and open it again. The craft will be back. Okay. So I got it now. Can I think I messed up something. Oh, then remove the flea. Okay. I gotta read. Reading is hard. Unlike last time, we won't be bringing the whole vessel back, so we can change our parachute stats from what we used before. Right click. Set to 1,000 meters. But minimum pressure can set to 7.5. That is a bit more. That corresponds to an altitude on a Kerbal of about 2 kilometers. It means a much shorter time hanging around during descent. Cool. First off, let's change the name of our craft and the description if you want, so that we will still have our trash can special for later on. Simply change hopper to Something other than hopper and we can proceed. Flopper. Switch to the science tab. That was down here, wasn't it? Science! You can tell because there's that, like, atom symbol. When you pick up the part, you will see that it's... Oh, what do we got? Mystery goo. This unit was something one of our engineers came upon while researching alternative applications for existing technologies. It's a sealed container which appears to be filled with a strange-looking substance. We couldn't reach in our break the canister open, but watching how the goo behaves when subjected to different situations could be very educational. Okay, so I have this thing. Designed to attach to the side of the parts radially. If we attach only one of these, then during our flight, the craft will be unbalanced. Yes. So we want to add 2, right? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Ish. Okay. Right. I just need to find out what is exactly. I want to add it like exactly symmetrical. These buttons control symmetry. Symmetry tool. I probably should have looked at this. I'm gonna read. And can be found in the lower left of the screen. Neat buttons. Press the symmetry button or press the X key to cycle through the available symmetry modes. Okay, so symmetry like that, I assume. Set this to 2 times. That's 2 times, yeah? 2 times. Then pick up and place mystery goo container. We're gonna drop that off and pick up and place. Perfect. I see. Neat. So I don't have to kind of eyeball it. That's actually really useful. Okay. You will notice that a second one has been placed opposite the first by the symmetry tool. If you had already placed a lone canister, pick it up. Make sure symmetry is set correctly and place it again so that it has a duplicate on the other side. Remember to place the canister near the nose of the pod. It's nearish. What could go wrong? If we add too many more parts here, the craft we are making will be too heavy to survive re-entry safely, and too heavy to be slowed by your parachute, leading to sudden impact syndrome. That's a crash. You're talking about a crash. So we will need to add a decoupler below the pod. Ah. Decoupler is a thing that I was actually looking for. Oh, that makes sense. Coupling. That's what they're talking about with coupling. Oh my... I can't... I need your words to be out of my goddamn way. Okay. Yep, so that's the correct one. TR-18A and place it. Stack decouples have arrows. Well done. You'll recall, I hope that in previous tours we had to adjust the staging stack when we added the engine to our earlier rock. When you add a decoupler, that's another stack. Cool. Okay. Add 5 FLT-100 fuel tanks to the vessel. Fuel tank? Yes. Oh my goodness. Words are in my way. So 2, 3. You can duplicate by holding left alt. 4, 5. Cool. Swivel engine you see here is obviously different from the flea we used before. This is a liquid engine and it needs and burns both liquid fuel and oxidizer. Funnily enough, that's what we just added to the rocket. So that's this guy right here. Add it to the bottom. We are almost there, and you're doing fine. Maybe not as speedily as someone of my caliber, though. Okay. Listen, dickbag. The last thing you're going to need to do is to give the rocket a little bit of stability so it keeps going the way we want it to go. We will achieve this by adding some fins near the bottom of the rocket. Fins can be found in the aerodynamics. That's, yep, wings. Basic fins. Okay, so we want it at the bottom. We want it 4 times symmetry, it looks like. Drop a basic fin on the last rocket tank. You'll see the other 3 symmetry counterparts will be placed as well. Yeah, okay, we're good. Excellent! We've now got a rocket that will let us reach for the stars. Admittedly, I did say reach for, as this is a basic rocket which cannot achieve orbit. Dadgummit! But on the bright side, that means re-entry will also be basic. You've done a great job. If you would show yourself out at the construction facility, the red button on the top right when you're done experimenting, that would be great. Let's see if we can just launch this, see what happens. Can we warp it? Nope. Uh-oh. Let's get a little bit of lean. Little bit of lean. Little bit more lean. Oh, we're going leany. Super leany. Okay, all right, we're good again. We're good. We're good. We're going up. We're still going up. We got a lot of fuel. We're still going. We're still doing it. Getting there. We're getting there. We're not quite. Oh shoot! We're doing it sideways again. It's gone sideways. No, 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 no. Damn it! Stop with the freaking lead. Now you're upside down entirely. This is not at all what I'm looking for. Come on. Now you're going towards me. Don't point that thing at me. Okay, we're still going up a little bit. We might make it. Space is still an option here. I don't know what point. At what point does it reach? Oh, we're going down. All right. Well, whatever. Use SAS. Did not attach that to my vessel this time. That was part of the tutorial, unfortunately. Well, we're going. Whee! Oh, Jebediah is having a great time in there. Okay, I'm gonna slow you down. Oh, that's right. This was expected to go to the moon, so the settings on the parachute are different. I wonder if that's gonna affect whether or not it actually launches the parachute, because that'd be awkward if it did. I hope it does launch the parachute. It'd be really inconvenient for Jebediah if it didn't launch the parachute. I'm just gonna wait. We're going pretty fast for... Okay, there we go. Good. Everything's fine. And I hope you got your booties for staying dry, because you're landing in the water. Alright. Jebediah's face of entirely just loving everything about this. Let's see, toggle brakes action group, toggle gear action group, toggle light action group. I don't have any idea what to do with those just yet. And very nearly, we know what happens. This is just tutorial. I don't know why I'm letting it, but I kind of just want to see it land in the water. Do we have a means of recovering him? What happens when he can't EBA into the water? Might have worked better. Use ass. That might be an option as well. Listen, whatever gets Jebediah that astronaut position. Okay. I don't know why it would save my game in the tutorial, but okay. Training. So we're learning about suborbital flights. Jebediah. Oh, he's gonna make it. I believe in him. He can do it. Let's try suborbital flights. Or I could go out of the tutorial and take what I've learned up to this point and see if I can use that to create a viable rocket. If you guys think I'm prepared for that, I will give it a shot, but at this point, I don't think I am. So, your mission today is to make a short suborbital. Once we reach burnout, we'll have a bit more time to discuss some things and stuff. This is the exact same one. I don't understand why it has... Does it have more fuel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's the exact same one. Unlike the hopper in our first, this new craft has liquid fuel engines. Okay. This means we can use the throttle to set the output power of the ship's engine. Okay. I see. I wasn't doing that at all, so try these out now. Left shift and left control. So throttle max and throttle cutoff. Neat. So throttle cutoff. Cool. Okay, I got a thing. I got things that I can do. And there's SAS. What it does is try to stop the ship from spinning around. Okay, got it. Okay. So it can be activated or deactivated momentarily by holding down the F key, and it can be toggled by pressing the T key. In the tiki room. If you have problems following the maneuvers, once you enable SAS and lift off, you can click the small red button on the left of the nav ball. Small red button. Maybe it'll appear once I've lifted off. That will cause the SAS to follow the target indicator and fly for you. Autopiloting function will not be available until you are flying. I see. This craft has a bit too much engine, so we're going to throttle down for launch. Set your throttle to 2/3. The upper of the two middle. Okay. Ever so slightly. There we go. And turn on SAS to help control things, which I have done. Pretty sure you get the option to use ass in Leisure Shoes, Larry. That is a different game entirely. During this lesson, some of the information is quite detailed and could take a while to read. As this is a short suborbital hop and I don't want you to miss anything important, I will place a warning at the top of pages where you might want to pause the game to read. The warning will look like this. Warning, detailed info. Okay. At any time you may press escape. Double check. Your throttle is set to 2/3 and hit space. Alright. So we are not... Now's the time to start turning. Follow the target marker to 80 degrees by the time you reach 850. Okay. I see. Get ready to turn further once you reach 250. Looking good. Aiming to get to 70 degrees pitch line. You can follow the marker as it moves there. I see. We've got the rocket just where it needs to be in order to reach space. You should be able to let SAS keep the craft steady for a while as we accelerate further. Now go ahead and throttle up to full power. That's the wrong button. Full power is Z. Cut throttle is X. Oh shit, detailed info. some flickering flames near the end of our burn there, which is due to the high speed. If you want to have a look at your trajectory, you can switch to the map to have a look. Just remember to come back to flight mode again. Okay. Neat. Velocity is pretty okay, but it's slowing down. That's concerning. Now that we are coasting our way to Apopsis, that's the highest point on our current projected path, we've got a little time to chat. Once you clear the atmosphere, we'll go over what you can do in space. Alright, well, as soon as that happens, you let me know. Dooba-dooba-doo. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. 61,000. Okay, this is like way higher than I was in previous runs, so yeah. Apparently going straight up was not the answer I was looking for. Which I guess makes sense. Welcome back. While we float up here beyond the atmosphere, I'll quickly tell you about a couple of things you can do. With an advanced enough astronaut complex in the Kerbal Space Center, we can train our Kerbals to be able to spacewalk, although we won't be doing that on this flight. Also, when we are carrying science devices like our goo containers, we can perform experiments. Feel free to play with the goo canisters now by right-clicking them. And I'll let you know when it's time for the next phase of the suborbital flight. Observe! The goo seems to have clumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle. Neat. Keep experiment. Did you do bananas? Yeah, of course, I did bananas when you weren't looking. Yeah, that's what happens. This is why you should never look away. As we near the edge of the atmosphere again, it's time to reorient the pod to get ready for re-entry. We're only going to re-enter with the pod and shoot and goo canister. We're not going to couple yet. In real missions, it's best to keep your upper stage around until the last moment. You never know when you might need it. Anyway, it's best to re-enter bottom first since we are sending... Okay, bottom first. Aim my butt towards land. Now hold steady on your new attitude. Let SAS do its job. Now it's time to get rid of that booster since it's just weighing a stage to discard the unneeded mass of space. Alright. I staged. I'm a stager. A bunch of stuff. Stage the shoot now. Okay, sure. Awesome. So, while we set your shoot to not actually semi-deploy until around 2 kilometers, we do look out for you at mission control. We do need to ensure that the opening height is correct. You can even adjust it during flight. So, right-click on the chute. Yep. Oh, jeez. Don't touch the pressure slider or bad things will happen. Nice. Make sure the full deploy altitude is no less than 1,000 meters. Once satisfied, just hang on until about 2 kilometers and watch the parachute trigger itself. While we're waiting, I want you to look at the bottom of the capsule. Note that you do not have a heat shield. You don't need one because this is such a gentle flight. Actually, a heat shield would make things more dangerous on this craft because the additional mass would be pushing the limits of this model of parachute. Neat. Just one, maybe. Well, I don't have that much left of my bananas, but to celebrate this successful dip into just outside of the atmosphere, I suppose I could. I'll make it quick. Because I don't like stepping away unless I absolutely must. And my parachute was going to deploy eventually. Eventually. I can right click there. Eventually. Definitely going for a water landing. I can't even see land from here. That's pretty bad. I made some distance at least. Yes! leisurely float down. Okay. As I slowly but surely approach the waters. There's a great deal less speed with that parachute. Alright, while it's floating downward, I'm going to go ahead and get a shot glass. You're welcome. I've returned. Oh, and I landed. That's always good. Welcome back, and congratulations on completing and even surviving your first real mission. You managed to launch control your vessel into space, orient yourself correctly, and land safely. That's quite an achievement. If you want to practice this again, choose revert to launch. Nah, I'm good. You know what? I'm going to have a shot. Then I'm going to build my own and see about that. Now I know a little bit more. I think I might actually be able to make a reasonable something. End scenario. There we go. And also my celebratory punishment. Haxa! I agree. I agree with what you have said. So, if you got him, drink him. Hopefully yours are more enjoyable than mine. Oh, bananas. Oh. Ooh. Let's try it new. I'm kind of curious about science and career mode, but we'll mess with that as soon as I figure out I can actually launch something on my own here. Ooh, I can make a different, or I can pull a different flag. Oh, if I can get a VG Nice flag into here, that'd be pretty sweet. Wonder if I could. If it, no, it just seems to be a bunch of pre-made. But I like, we'll keep it with the Kerbal standard. I don't know. Let's see what we can make. Nah, let's see what we can make. Thanks, I got it. It's hard to type while driving. I would not recommend that. If you are currently driving, please stop it. Get some help. Okay, so things. Liquid fuel tanks seem to work pretty well. That's probably the thing I want. That head actually probably isn't going to work out terribly well. So let's not do that actually. Let's do something a little bit more regular. Yeah, we'll just start with the regular command pod. And solid fuel booster, that is huge. Huge. But I need a couple. That's I keep forgetting all the other things that I need. So coupling, we're gonna get rid of. Is that not? I thought there maybe I don't have. What's it? Was it this one? No, that's definitely not it. Oh, there we go. That was it. Get some help. Don't tell me how to die. Oh, that's fine. I would never want to. Would never want to take that from you. Okay, so fuel, bunch of fuel. Oh, I missed. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things of fuel. Sounds like a plan. Because if 5 didn't do it, 6 would definitely do it. Does anyone remember gizmos and gadgets, like in a weird way? I'm afraid I'm not familiar. Science Junior. Turbo ramjet. Okay, so I need something that's going to be a liquid fuel shoot-em-a-jig. Liquid fuel engine. Sure. That is huge. That might be a bit more than I need. I missed. Engines. The poodle, maybe? Nope, that's the huge one. That's also huge. I think the hammer was the one I used in the tutorial, right? Yeah. Just twin bore. That sounds pretty intense. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're doing this. You never skip arm day. And then we learned that wings were in aerodynamics, and fins are pretty neat, but I think we need bigger fins for this beast. How's that? Yeah, okay, we can do that. Perfect. What else do we need? Some structure. That's... No, it can probably stand on its own. I'm sure it's fine. Octagonal strut? Maybe? No. It could... What are these things? I don't know what any of this is. It's... stuff. I guess. And we could probably put some science on it. Let's drop some science on this. Surface scanning module. Let's put it on here. A bunch of surface scanning modules. I don't need 3 actually. I could probably just go with 2 just so it's even though. Yeah. Perfect. Ooh. Less perfect. I want it to be a little closer to that. Alright. And, oh, parachute. Parachute, let's not forget that we actually want to somehow manage to land safely. Which is under utility? Yeah. Oh, there's better parachutes, though. But I probably don't need better parachute. That's probably going to be fine. Alright, so we now have... The coupling did not... Is that the coupling? I'm so confused. Something about this ain't right. Well, let's see how it goes. We're gonna launch it. If it doesn't work, we're gonna name this the good luck. Have fun. And see how it goes. Interesting, the sensors go on top of the cockpit. That's, I mean, they go on the side of whatever I want to put it on, it looks like. And since the goo in the tutorial went on the top of the cockpit, I decided to put it there. Probably didn't need to go up there. Alright. Oh, I forgot to throttle. The throttle button is up throttle to shift. Yeah. Then I want to ever so slightly diverge. Yeah. Maybe not so much. Not so much. Not so much. Diverging is more or less diverge. Diverge less. Okay, we're diverging a lot. I was tending a slight divergence, but now we've got major divergence. I forgot to SAS. SAS. Yes. SAS. Alright, you're not really doing it. You're doing a bad job of SAS. Okay. Come on. Alright. We're making not bad. Alright. Alright. No, that bad. Good. Bad. No. Okay. Alright. Y'all less. Alright. Alright. Up. No, down, not down. Up. That's the opposite of up. Is down. Alright. I'm gonna go with this is not working out. Oh, well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Hey, maybe we'll survive. Maybe we'll make it. It wasn't too bad. Mission accomplished. Alright. So, something went wrong there. And that something was the decoupling unit. Fuck you, decoupling unit. Alright, Space Center? Why did that not work? It clearly should have. There's no good reason that it shouldn't have. My designs are flawless. Let's get rid of that. And okay, so let's just get rid of that entire thing and relook at coupling. Coupling. Not on the couch. That's a separator. There we go. These are the things that I was looking for. The small couplers. Okay. So Is that decoupler? Yes. Decoupler. I don't want something to couple. I want something to decouple. And then we can look at fuel. So let's look at other options for fuel. We've got large holding tank that's got like a bunch of ore. Or we've got liquid fuel and an oxidizer. Let's do this. Ooh, that is not small. It's not small at all. Okay, let's revisit our cockpit. It's not quite the size I was looking for. I'm looking for a bigger. Is that bigger? Is it? It is bigger. Okay, just couldn't tell because I wasn't seeing a comparative size. Okay, so we've got that. We're gonna need a better parachute, I imagine. So yeah, we'll go with that. And then we're gonna need more fuel. I'm gonna say let's try that big thing of fuel that I saw, the large holding tank. Yeah. Let's do a bunch of large holding tanks, like 4. Oh wait, we forgot. My B. I probably shouldn't have just deleted that. We forgot our coupling because we went to a different model. Yeah, that'll do. That's the size of coupling I need. I like big coupling. And I cannot lie. So we're doing a solid fuel engine. That means solid fuel doesn't have throttling, does it? We'll find out. And then we need an engine, a solid fuel engine, a solid fuel engine. Is this? Is not quite. Okay, so that's a lot of liquid fuel engine. Solid fuel booster. That's a booster. A lot of this seems to work with liquid fuel. Is this emitting ionized xenon gas through a small thruster port? Dawn can produce incredibly efficient propulsion, but with a downside at very low thrust and high energy usage. Liquid fuel. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna have to... Oh, that's not what I want. No, 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 no. I'm just gonna have to go with liquid fuel. Liquid fuel seems to be the easier to work with. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, I say. That's pretty sizely. No, that's not at all sizely. I can't tell from the images how big these things are. Maybe I need to look at stats in some fashion. Nah, that ain't me. That's a thing. Liquid fuel. Perfect. Alright. Five seems like a good number, right? Let's move the whole thing up. Up. Perfect. And then put our engine on for an liquid fuel engine. I'm sure I've got lots of options here. Mammoth. That's not quite the size I'm looking for here. I need something that's gonna fit for the size of the vehicle. That's not it either. No. That kind of looks okay. The mainsail. It's okay. We'll work with it. Yeah, that looks like it's fit for that. So let's go ahead and work with that. We're gonna go with some sweet looking wings. How about that? Nah. Something advanced canard, no. Something sexy. Swept wing type, like swept back hair. I can see that working. Yeah, we'll make that happen. We're gonna do 4 wings, because that's just how we roll. That should be good, right? And then we want to do some sort of science on here. What is this? Thermal? That's a heat shield. That'd be probably important for certain places I land, I assume. Electrical... Battery, neat. Communication, no, we don't need to communicate with people. That's what the internet is for. We get 3G up there, right? Let's just drop some goo on top of here. Bunch of goo. Not so much goo. 4 goo is fine. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So we got our rocket, our coupling, and our parachute now. We're good, right? Good. Alright, we're gonna go to launch, and this time, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it on our own. We're gonna start off. We've got 2 people this time? Apparently it requires an engineer and a scientist. Okay, so we're zooming out a little bit here. We're activating our SAS before we launch this time, because we're smart. We're launching. Remembering that we do in fact want to adjust the throttle to 3/4. 3/4. And now we want a slight sideways trajectory in order to achieve launch? Maybe? I don't even know, really. We'll wait till we get a little higher. I'm making good progress, we'll call it. Yeah? Yeah. I'm in the air, so that's a plus. I've used about half my fuel. More than half my fuel. And I don't think I have quite made it out into... well, feels like I might be closing in on space. The final frontier, as it were. I actually don't know how far is that. Is it once it gets into this black zone here, I am now in space? Because that'd be pretty awesome. Because it looks like I'm in that black zone. Let's see. I'm hearing a different kind of music. That's a good sign. Oh! We ran out of fuel. But we're going up still. We've hit over 100,000 meters, so that's pretty neat. Let's see if we just keep going, if it's gonna reverse course in the near future. Or am I in orbit? Because that would be pretty awesome. Oh, no, it doesn't look like it. It looks like I'm going to go up here. It actually gives me a nice little idea of an apopsis. This is the apopsis being the maximum distance from Earth I'm going to get, and then it's going to pull me back down. And with me being out of fuel, I have no way of... I'm halfway to Mars. Let's see. I'm not quite... I wouldn't say I'm quite to Mars. Oh, unknown objects out here. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I got some distance to go. And Mars is like way over here. Dunna. Neat. Lots of neat things out here. But that's neither here nor there because I can't quite reach them. There's a lot more to reach than I even really realized. I honestly thought it was just get to the moon. Noob needs help. This is true. Consistently, I need help. I mean, if you have psychological degree, that's even better. But you know, just in Kerbal Space Program, if you're good at that, that'll help too. Let's see, where am I at this point? I'm actually on the lower part of this trajectory, so I'm actually quite a ways away from actually going down. It's Dunna. Not Donna. Donna. Well, I don't know how to pronounce it. Aha! You got that? That was a pun. It was a pun based on the name of the planet, which is Duna. Or is it Duna? That's what you're trying to tell me. Like Duna? Because I could see that being a thing that makes sense, because it looks like Dune, the movie. Would it be a bad idea to EVA right now? Probably. Let me go with probably. We could probably warp Duna. Oh, are we going places? Oh, did it slow me down again because we're descending now? I should probably eject some of this stuff. Oh no, it's far too late now. It's far too late. Oh no, this is bad times. I really probably should have done this far sooner than I did, and it was here's to you, Kerbals. Well, pros. I made it to space. I was in space. There was space. Cons. I have blood on my hands. That's a thing that happened, which is unfortunate. You need a heat shield. Staging. Yeah, it was a little too, little too heavy. A little too heavy on the descent. That was not ideal. Okay, so tracking, no, Space Center. Back to the Space Center. We'll have to. That's actually, I like that idea. Actually, possibly create multiple couplings so that I can decouple a bit of that fuel early. The Kerbal genocide continues. The Kerbal genocide will never end. So maybe I'll do another coupling. Oh, but that won't work because that's gonna decouple my engine. And also, that's the small coupler. How are we gonna do this? GUI scale's been turned up, right? I'm gonna go with things look all different. I'm gonna go with. I haven't edited anything about the GUI scale other than to full screen it. So I don't know about that. All right, so. Detachment manifold. Well, that's just fancy as shit. All right. Let's look at those heat shields. Actually, we haven't actually learned how to use the heat shields at all in any kind of tutorial type fashion. That's neat. Where'd it go? Where does it go? No, not there. I need to hit some Pokestops in a graveyard. Oh. If you catch any of my Kerbals, let me know. That's way too small. That is of the correct size. How do these work? I don't actually understand. Is that like a... and... You haven't learned how to use these yet. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, is it running like a 1280p? That sounds about right. Yeah. Okay, so setting some of the fuel into a separate... I'm not sure how I would do that, actually. Like, would I need another engine, maybe? Is there a way to put another engine there? I don't even know. I see you have some job openings. Well, I mean, if you want to be an astronaut, I do need someone in the pilot seat. Let's try this. I'm going to put another mainsail here. Now, will it let me put over the mainsail? Oh, nope, that's not. Nope, nope. It will. Well, alright then. Maybe I can do a coupling after that then. Probably gonna need a bit more fuel though. Let's do this. Kerbal signature heavy fuel tank designed to be used with their advanced rocket engines. Neat. That's still liquid. That's huge. Huge. Don't want a huge. I was looking for. Oh, that's not what I want at all. Fuel. PS. Alt click copies parts. Yeah. I should have done that with the engine. But I can do that with the fuel. Alt click. He's. Dadgummit. That's fine. That's perfect. Exactly what I wanted-ish. And then a coupling after that. We just have to remember where coupling is. And then bring the whole... oh, whoops. Nope, don't grab that. Damn it. Bring the whole thing up out of the ground. Perfect-ish. It's a little bit in the ground still. Perfect-ish. Use a smaller cockpit and tanks, like the Mark 1. Oh, it does have the wings copied as well. I'm gonna try this just to see how it launches. There's a lot going on here in my stages, more than I really intended. Oops, there's another coupling there. I done dicked up. Let's just start from the beginning here. And you're suggesting a smaller to start with. It's probably a good idea. Let's zoom in. And fuel tanks, liquid. Smaller ones, probably a good idea. Oh, I missed. I forgot the coupling, but I need coupling on both sides, right? Why is it not showing me all the coupling? It did that before. Because I'm looking at payload, not coupling. Coupling is right there. Right. I'm doing so well for, you know, an hour and a half. That's fair, that's fair. I mean, you know, I like to pretend like I am occasionally improving upon myself. Oh, and I should couple after an engine, right? That's a good idea. Mainsail's probably a bit too big now. Yeah. So the skipper maybe? No, that's still a little too big. Poodle? Too big. That's the solid fuel. One small tank. One small tank? Just one? That seems a bit low on the fuel. Too many tanks. Okay. I'll give it a shot. This one is so big. Okay. We need to find one that is of the proper size. Terrier's a good upper stage engine. Terrier. Ant, spider, terrier. Okay. And then the coupling right here. Let's see. Yeah. The swivel. It's a swivel, another one of the engines. Swivel. Neat. Okay, we'll hold on to that for just a second. We'll try the swivel for my starting engine. And then that's pretty base. So that'll couple, that'll then fire, and then also parachute. Let's not forget a parachute. It's always important to remember survival in the end, right? I missed. We're in trouble, guys. Use a swivel for the bottom stage. One large tank, then the swivel. Large tank, huh? Maybe not that tank then. When do we get deflector shields? Don't get deflector shields. We have no need for deflector shields. There's no alien invasion that I'm aware of. A large tank. So that's the largest tank that we have for that size range. Well, is this actually? This is the largest tank we have. That actually probably is the best thing to do here. Is one big tank, right? Yeah, totally. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea to me. And in 30 seconds, everyone's gonna be like, "No, that's the worst idea." No. All right, but what would be nice to have is some wings, maybe. Adjustable ramp intake. That's winglet. Winglet? No. Delta wings? That sounds pretty... Wait, does that require fuel? What? The big S line of wings are C7's largest lifting surfaces to date. Not only are they sturdy and heat resistant enough to survive, but also have enough internal volume to carry optional fuel tanks. Why is there a video game about space travel with no aliens to kill other than No Man's Sky? Shade thrown. Don't worry about fins, the swivel has a good gimbal. Okay. Well, then we can go wingless. It just feels naked. I feel like we need to add something for flare. We'll go with some fuel. Spectrovariometer, whatever that is, I'm putting that on there. That can almost get orbit. Well, I'm hoping to get orbit, so we'll see. How much do these weigh? 0.005 tons. So it's not that much. It's probably fine. Ooh. Launch it. What are we calling this beast? Calling this the Don't Worry. And we're gonna go ahead and make it happen. This vessel has no remote controlled or manned command modules? Wait, what? Isn't the... I'm so confused. I thought the pod was the command module, the command pod. Did I do something wrong? Alright, well, I'm gonna launch anyways. We'll see how it goes. put a Kerbal in the cockpit? Oop. Then, well, it's still standing up. That's a good sign. How do we put a Kerbal in the cockpit? Usually they automatically come in the cockpit, but I think most of my Kerbals have died. Doesn't have a Kerbal in it. You killed them all. Oh! Oh, that's harsh. I didn't realize. Back to the... We'll return to the... How do I return to the Space Center's track? Leave anyway. I thought I was just in sandbox mode where that's not really an issue, but apparently I killed all of them. Do I have to go hiring? Astronaut complex? Apparently I have to go hiring. Alright. Alright, that's fair. Who are we gonna hire? We clearly need a pilot. You're fired. All you people for being derelict of duty. There's a Kerbal tab in the assembly building. Hi Dinotex, welcome to the stream. So we've got ourselves a pilot. Merlas Kerman, Zelfel Kerman. Let's get a scientist. And I trust a guy named Tanfert. And we need an engineer, so Merlas, you're the only one available, you're hired. You killed him, you monster. I didn't kill him. He went AWOL after his vehicle mysteriously exploded from undefined conditions. I don't know what happened there. Could have been anybody's fault, but I'm blaming the scientist. Okay, so we now have a Kerbal crew? Yeah? Aha! Who do we want to pilot this? The pilot? That would be crazy enough to work. Alright. Now we have a pilot. Cool. And actions? No. Probably need more stages. Don't want to I mean, I guess we could decouple and activate the parachute, the last parachute at the same time. But I feel like it'd be better if I didn't do that. Technically, gravity and friction killed him. See, not my fault. I maintain my innocence. I'm gonna just, yeah, we'll go with that. Don't worry, it's already on launch pad. Clear the launch pad then. Alright. We're gonna make this happen this time. We're going to space. I'm concerned about the fact that every time I start on the launch pad, my vehicle bounces a bit. But I'm sure it's fine. Up we go into the wild blue yonder. Oh, I forgot to activate the thing. We're good. Everything's fine. We're going up-ish. Very-ish. There, it feels as though the up we were going might be a little bit in this direction, which is a concern. My pitch is not ideal. We'll try to fix that. I should toggle my throttle up a bit. Not sure what that defines, but we're going for it. We're aiming for the yellow dot here because that seems like the thing to aim for. Technical term is rapid unplanned disassembly. Want to know why there's no cities on Kerbal? The explosion on the surface there underground. Oh, that makes sense actually. They're just trying to be, oh shit, I'm going a little too much, yawing a bit much. I didn't want to yaw quite so much. I was really hoping to not yaw so much. SAS, what are you doing for me? Because it appears that you're not doing a lot in terms of keeping me from dooming myself. You got to protect me from myself. You got to protect my Kerbans from me. We're going up again. Okay, that's good. Good start. Alright, we're good. Up. You're tilting a bit. Maybe we should have put some wings on here. We should have probably put some wings on here. Oh, no, 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 no. You're doing it again. That's not... Oh, right. We're going to DOS that. And start it up. Perfect. Nailed it. That went very poorly. SAS is not an autopilot. It only keeps your heading. Noted. I was trying to make that heading be up. It decided that was not really what we were looking for in a heading, and used the saved ships. It's amazing. Saved ships? I might have some saved. I don't know if it's automatically there's some on there. But let's see if we can tilt it a bit. Oh no, y'all. I'm out of fluids. I've run out of fluids far sooner than the amount that I'd hoped to have gotten. Okay, so this is a failed mission, unfortunately. We're just gonna speed it up a bit. We could probably get rid of that, huh? SAS can only be used by pilot Kerbals. That means it's the Kerbal's fault he's controlling it. Damn it. You are a pilot. You were my best pilot. And yet, you failed me on this day. Why would you do that? I thought I trusted you. Bob Vey. This is your doing. You didn't really want to reach space this entire time. You've sabotaged me. I was looking forward to seeing the mud, and yet here we are, vaulting towards the Earth at a rapid pace. Everything is sadder on this day. At least my parachute worked. That's a plus. Jets can't just go straight up, but must at a high altitude pitch prograde. This turns the parabolic flight into an orbit. I was of the impression that that was the case, but I was trying to go less straight up at a high altitude. I should have waited a little bit longer, probably. Whoa, things are freaking out a bit here. You okay there, Mr. Kerman? Slow it down. We'll see what happens. Probably should have waited till a higher altitude. That was probably where I went wrong. There we go. And we've landed. He's so happy. Look at that. Look at that happy face. Why don't you just get out into the water? Oh dear. I'm gonna slow down. I do not believe that the game was meant to experience the swimming bits quite so dramatically. Alright, we're going back to the Space Center? Alright. That went okay, but not great. In that I didn't make it to space at all. Should I try to add wings? See if that helps. Just for stability purposes. We'll give it a shot. with wings and see if that helps my and the pilot's difficulties. It might increase the weight enough that it's a problem, but we'll find out. We'll see how it goes. Turn on SAS. Throttle up. Wings add drag. Yeah, that's true. It's going to reduce the amount of distance. I have wings, but I'm a chubby dragon. I can't fly. Aw. Let's see how it goes. We'll get a little higher before we start trying to tilt it, as it were. Hopefully. Wow, that fuel is going fast, though. Well, not all things with wings fly better. That's not so bad. It's actually not having like tried to force it into position is probably a big contributing factor to its making it this far. Should I be trying at this altitude or wait a little bit? I can confirm it's not big enough for orbit. Sad. Let's try it. Going. Do I want to go? Oh. Maybe I want to go that way, actually. That seems to be where it was. Oops, I ran out of fuel. Okay. When you periapsis is 70 km pitch prograde. Okay. 70k meters. Okay. So is that... Oh, that's down. That's not... We can make it happen. I believe we're going to hit 70k. And then, yeah. We're getting real close. I assume this yellow targeting reticule is what I'm aiming for prograde. If I have no idea what I'm talking about, that's because I have no idea what I'm talking about. If it sounds like I have no idea what I'm talking about, that's why. But it does feel as though I have hit the maximum of my journey, which is unfortunate because I don't think that's going to make it. The buttons to the left of the nav ball will tell you which is which. Ah, neat. Check to see if the Kerbal signed the contract, so it has no rights. I mean, I assume there's not really like a constitution on Kerbal. They're all just signed up at birth to join the space program. I mean, literally the only thing that is on Kerbal. It's the name of the name of the planet is Kerbal, and they're called Kerbins. I assume the only thing that's on the planet is the space center, so they're all just a bunch of spacemen. Okay, we're going down now. So it looks like we have not hit any kind of orbit in the slightest, which is sad. Whoop. Let's not go to prograde automatically. Let's go to normal. That's not really what I'm looking for here. Let's go to stability assist. That wouldn't be constitution. Would be a bill of rights. I hope you don't vote. Listen, I vote, but I always vote for the party that is most likely to strip everyone else of the rights I don't like. That's freedom. That's how freedom works. This is what happens when you skip to space stage on Spore. No cities, only a space program. Ah. It's all dark. Did I just sort of end up on the dark side of Kerbal, which is pretty sweet. I like that album. Let's speed along. I've already set my... Why is it saying... Oh no. It's not doing the thing though. I set it to set off my parachute, but it's not going to set it off quite yet. This could be a problem. In fact, it probably is a problem. This is what happens when you skip to space stage on Spore. Now, double both tanks and you'll be golden. Yeah. Oh wait, there we go. We have a parachute. We have a parachute. It's dark. And is it working? It doesn't appear to be working. No, I am slowing a little bit, I think. Doesn't look like it's working there very well. If it weren't so dark, I'd know for sure. The dark side of the moon referred to the unexplored side. Yeah, that's that. I was making a reference to that, but obviously I didn't land on the moon. It's just more water. There's literally nothing but water. So be the dark side of Kerbal wouldn't make sense. Well, I mean, I hadn't explored this side of Kerbal, therefore it is the unexplored side of Kerbal. Don't take this from me. I just don't feel like I'm going nearly as slow as I should be, considering my descent and the fact that I would like to survive. It's just really inconvenient to have to rehire more Kerbals. Shreks. It's really inconvenient to hire more Shreks. Okay. So the parachute has actually started to function properly. Neat. There's like no light for miles. This is ridiculous. I wanna speak to your manager. We need some lighting over here. This isn't safe. What if somebody stubs their toe? can probably fast forward a bit here. I'll call it a success. Anytime I don't explode is a good time. Bloosh. Okay, so back to the Space Center. We were going to try. Bearsuit was recommending doubling both the tanks and you'll be golden. The wings, as you had said, weren't necessary, really, I don't think. I think it was just a matter of me not messing with it until far later that really caused me to not go all wild. So, what I'm going to do is drop that. Anyone else knows all Kerbals have the same last name? Is this a family business? I just assume Kerman is just like depicting them as human, except they're depicted as Kerbals. So double the fuel for both. Then we will try this again. Ah, night launch. Nice. Okay, turning on SAS. Throttling to 3/4 fuel usage. And launch. 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 Why am I not going anywhere, I wonder? Am I stuck in the ground? Is that what's happening right now? I don't understand what just happened there. Something went wrong. Something went very wrong. Well, this is neat. Okay, all right, just let it go. All right, there we go, perfect, nailed it. Nailed it. Mission accomplished. All right, we'll try that one again, shall we? Revert flight, revert to launch. Gotta launch at full throttle. Okay, we'll launch it at full throttle then. Alright, there we go. I just feel like that might be bad for... Oh, and don't forget to SAS. Probably can just go ahead and do prograde now, see what happens. Screw you, I'm going sideways. It's a bold move, spaceship. Let's see how it plays out for him. Okay, so knowing that I can just click a button and it'll go to prograde for me is immensely helpful. That is incredibly helpful. We are making quite a bit of headway now. I'm actually looking at being real close to actual space. Let's take a look where we are right now. Huh? Oh, we're on fire. We are remarkably warm. Perhaps I need to throttle back a little bit. Okay. Everything seems to be alright. Nobody is terribly on fire, which is a plus. I'm going to let myself get to 80,000. And then you and your spaceship have a complicated relationship. And then we're going to hit that. I'm seeing some upsies. I'm seeing some orbit happening. We're making this circle bigger, which is good. I like the circle getting big. The more fuel I pump into this, the closer I get to orbit. This is a neat family business, yep. I have very little fuel left. Hopefully I'm making it a proper orbit. I don't think I quite managed to make it into an orbit. Unfortunate. But I did manage to make it quite a journey, that's for sure. My actual distance from the Earth is a bit further. The moon's like way over there. I'm not gonna quite make it to the moon, that's for sure. But I'm getting there. I feel like I did something wrong in that, so that I didn't quite make it in orbit. No, I don't want to set that as my target. I've got all these Kerbals hanging out on the Earth. I think there's got to be a way to collect them. I just don't know how to do that. But here, let's warp a bit. Okay. Next time, wait till AP. Oh! Okay, things are heating up a bit more than I anticipated. Oh dear. I looked away. And that's what happens when you look away. Well, that's sad. Here's to you, Kerbal. What's her name? Ugh. Right, so back to vehicle assembly. We're gonna have to recrew. All those other Kerbals seem to have gone to oh, he's already crewing it. Cool, works for me. All those other Kerbals seem to have gone to other spaceships that are just kind of out there. I don't know how to recollect them. I wonder if there's a way to do that. Let's see. I mean, this is a good build. It should work. What does... I just don't know what waiting till AP... Or, I do know what that means. Wait till Apoptosis. I should have realized what that meant based on the fact that I've been playing this for like 2 hours, 3 hours. 2 hours. 2.5. We'll cut the difference. We'll do that again. That's what we'll do. And we'll actually wait till Apoptosis. Turn that on. We're gonna full throttle. We're gonna NOS. Okay, go ahead and start heading towards to prograde. Rip 10 for... He's gonna be okay. This is the one mission that I'm gonna survive, for sure. What could go wrong? Alright, we wanted to throttle down by this point, I'm pretty sure. Well, we can... Yeah. So we don't catch fire, because catching fire tends to be bad times. Hello! One. Welcome to the stream. Oh, things seem to have changed. Turn sideways and burn? That seems like an odd strategy. I'm actually trying to go for an orbit, and turning sideways right here. I was going to wait till it pops this so I don't burn all my fuel. We're gonna try this strategy that I'm working on right now, and then if this doesn't work, then yeah. Wait till we get to the apoptosis of this. Getting there. Up and up and up. And from your suggestion, Bearsuit Lane, I should wait till just before I'm about to start to descend and then fire off my second engine, right? That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm just going over this in my head. Obviously, I already knew the plan. Yeah, I got this. 100% all me. I was just wondering if that's what you thought I was going to do, because that's what I'm going to do. If Tenfert does make it into orbit, they will chug down Tabasco sauce. I mean, that's a thing to do, I suppose. Reminds me, I'm hungry. I've eaten today-ish. I should do that more often. On the plus side, it's very peaceful in space. Nothing but Kerbal, Kerbanity below me. You can warp to AP in the map view. Really? I was not aware. Is that a thing I can just warp here? Oh. Okay. And then now we do it. $1 is all you need in life. I mean, there's a lot of things that are not necessarily true about that. Why am I not doing a thing? I'm confused. Am I not firing off my fuel? I'm confused. Am I missing out on something here? Oh dear. I'm going down, that's for sure. I fucked it. Alright, so we're just gonna go back. It was not firing fuel for some reason. I don't understand anything. Oh. Got it. Okay. Recover. Alright. I figured out how to recover things. Neat. You know that kid that said he wanted to be a dragon when he grows up in oddly 6th grade? That's me. I mean, that's normal. Dragons are pretty cool. Okay, so I've recovered all those at least. We're gonna go ahead and land this. That was probably not something I wanted to press. What could go wrong, he said. Here's hoping. We're gonna fast forward to see how this goes. There's a bunch of red. I'm seeing a bunch of red. That's all I'm seeing is red. Bad times. I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. That's very brave of you. I'm going to explode. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to explode. Bang. Sorry, Tanford. I don't want to tell you that I don't care. It's just well, you're expendable. And wait, you're still alive? I'm confused as to how you're still alive. Ooh, never mind, you're not still alive anymore. Okay, back to Space Center. Something went wrong there. It didn't fire off the secondary fuel. I don't understand why it didn't do that. Was that just a weird misunderstanding of how that's supposed to happen, or I don't want to tell you that I don't care, but I don't care. All right, so let's see here. Oh, we got all sorts of stock vehicles I was not aware of. What are these options? I sexually identify as a dinosaur, dragon, helicopter, anime plane. That's very brave. Very brave. Z and X are full cut throttle buttons. I pressed X, didn't I? Well. Alright, so I should... There was an option somewhere to load the things that I have made already, I thought. Oh, neat. Planes. There's don't worry. Okay, we're good. We got this. Everything's fine. We got a pilot. Sure. Everything's fine. Take 3. We're gonna do this. We're gonna hit orbit. Gosh darn it. Conflagarnit. I forgot to do a thing. That's... let's just... Man, our budget is whee. We're okay. We're okay. Everything is okay. I'm just gonna see if I can get away from the what is essentially going to be a very violent explosion. We're gonna just, yeah, we're good. All right, tracking station. We're gonna recover my Kerbal. Pretend like all that didn't happen. Try flying up, then slowly going to 90 degrees. You do want to be turned over 45 degrees by 16 kilometers. Okay. And then going 180 degrees after a while. Like 90 degrees and then reverse thruster. I feel as though that would just cause me to lose all thrust and descend, but I mean, I'm no expert, obviously. Let's go back to vehicle assembly, shall we? Okay. Launch. Alright. This time we're going to press all the right buttons, starting with SAS, toggling max throttle, and then fire. Up we go into the wild goddamn blue yonder. Up, up, up. Now, following prograde is supposed to get me the most efficient path to orbit, which is what I'm going for right now. I'm aiming towards orbit. It's just not working for me right now. I've been failing in some fashion or other each time. Hopefully this time we're gonna do it. I believe in me. Do you guys believe in me? Because I believe in me. If I don't do it this time, I might need another beer. It's all pretty night sky and everything. I should probably go into prograde now. Somewhere underground in Kerbal, Kerbal J. Trump is building a wall. Oh, that's sad. Okay. As soon as this finishes firing its payload, we're gonna just eject the bottom engine bit. Theoretically, that should fare well enough. We can apparently travel to it's not working. Takes 2 minutes to get to there. Okay, and now we... There we go. It was for some reason automatically set to 0 throttle. I didn't realize that. Are we doing a thing now? Is it happening? Are we making this happen? Should I down the amount of throttle that we got going on here? Because it might actually be detrimental to have maximum throttle. I don't know. This time we're doing it though. I can feel it. I can feel it within my bones. We are running out of fuel real freaking fast though. Might not be doing it. When you're circularizing, you want to be pointing towards the horizon. Neat. Neat. Well, I wasn't. So... let's warp to death. Oi. Don't you oi me. I'm murdering Kerbals, can't you see? Okay, so I might not make this apparent because I do look like a complete and utter genius, but I have no idea what I'm doing. And thus, death is the end result. It has been a bit. You're right. You actually may have missed it because I know you haven't been here the entire time. But I did actually take a shot in remembrance of a Kerbal far lost. So, as then ISK was suggesting, I should be... These rockets aren't cheap. They're pretty expensive. Like, in terms of actual cost, I'm sure they cost a lot. You saw one shot. There was another shot. You missed it. I wish cheese was a vegetable. That's a noble goal. So, full throttle. Up and at 'em. We're making this happen. This is the one. I can feel it, guys. The last one, I kind of felt it, but that was probably just gas, actually. This time, I really got it. Sorry, dinner, what'd I miss? Well, you missed absolutely no death whatsoever. Every Kerbal up to this point has survived and succeeded in life, become like politicians and One became a fireman. The other retired to a farm. And no, they all fucking died. They're all dead. Every Kerbal in the universe is dead. Jebediah is the last of his species, and I'm sending him into space. Probably to his doom. Lies make baby Jesus cry. Well, I'm sure he's fine. He'll be okay. I'm going to make this the magnum opus, the best flight of the Kerbalkeries. I'm a little bit on fire. I should probably slow my throttle a bit. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're slowing the throttle. Lowering the throttle so I don't burn up. Okay. We have evacuated all of our fuel, so that can go away. Alright, so I've been told I want to shoot towards the horizon. Magnum corpus. That's not true. Is any of this a director towards the horizon, perhaps? Like normal? Normal appears to be directed towards the horizon. That actually seems to be what I'm looking for. Radial out seems to point me at an angle. So we'll go with normal. And when I hit my AP, which is like right there, and then I can, at normal, fire off my secondaries and turn on my boosters. Maybe I might not have made the right choice here. Might want to go anti-normal. Let's see to it that I go anti-normal. See how that goes. That's not helping. Fucking... You know, this is working. It's just getting worse. It's getting way worse. Will you sign a petition to classify science as a fruit? I mean... maybe. It definitely didn't work. That was ineffective in every single sense of the word. That was literally me just wasting all my fuel to get zero direction. I changed my mind halfway through. Neither of those seemed to function in the way that I'd hoped it would do. Retrograde is a direction. Maybe that was what I wanted to do. Maybe it was retrograde. But I feel like the direction I chose was not effective. Swing and a miss. Like literally nothing positive came of that. If you sign the anti-dihydrogen monoxide, yada yada yada. Prograde, love. But I did prograde last time and that didn't get me anywhere. I don't understand what it is that I am to do here. I feel like you're just giving me directions and I'm not understanding what those directions are. Like I don't understand. Dooba-dooba-doo. England is my city. I don't think that England is a city. I think it's actually a country by most standards. We're just gonna go to the Space Center. You're gonna fall to your doom, and I don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's that I don't get paid enough to care. Launch. So maybe I'm misunderstanding. Do I need more gas? Am I doing something wrong? I feel like maybe I should go to the tutorials because I'm just not recognizing what I am doing incorrectly. I'll recover vessel. I could recover the vessel from the main screen. Good to know. I should do that more often rather than leaving them all to die. Let's hire some more astronauts. You're all hired. Good job. You passed the exam of me hiring you, which is to say, you being there for me to hire you. Northwest 103 degrees, full throttle. That's a series of numbers. I feel like you've just made those numbers up, which is very brave. Very brave. There's a manual. I ain't looking at that. That's silly. Full throttle. SAS on. The prograde at least got me somewhere. So maybe I'm just going to need more fuel once I get up there. I made bomb chili. Now let's see if I can Hearthstone. I got orbit with that craft in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay. Well. I was tilting 45 degrees by 16 kilometers. Okay. In the D direction. That's what I got going on here. Look at all this add maneuver option. Neat. I don't know what any of these mean, but neat. We'll go with that. Seems like a maneuver. Look at all these options to do things. Okay, so now you want to face it towards the horizon. Except I don't seem to have any real... And... Oops, I was supposed to get rid of that. Oh well. Well, that seems to be doing something. I feel like that prograde was not helping. There, that's called a gravity turn. He's beginning to believe. I just didn't understand what I was trying to work towards here. Oh, what? Oh, because it's in orbit. It just changed my camera angle. Beautiful. Beautiful. We've done it. We have an orbit. I did it. Now, what really sucks about that is the fact that you live here now. This is your new home. You're stuck in space. I don't have any fuel to get you back. Good luck, Bobby Kerman, with your new life orbiting Kerbal. Yeah. I mean, eventually, it looks like eventually it will lose altitude enough. Maybe? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. It's in orbit, so probably not. It's beautiful. Let's see what that looks like. Do 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 do. Space. I am a moon now. Oh hey. There's another moon. There can be only one moon. Well, you know, normally I would fight it, but you're right. With such a beautiful sight and such a great success to have finally made it into orbit with numbers on the screen that I don't understand, I suppose I should take one more shot. I should be able to use lightly tortured Kerbals as fuel. But then I would be able to get the Kerbal home, and we don't want that. Oh, it's so close to being over. No more bananas after that. That would be wonderful. Are you the girlfriend from Avatar? What is that? What does that mean? Like, are you coming on to me? I don't understand. Drink them if you got them. Ugh. Alright, so. Cannot transmit science. Ugh. Can't make it back. I could EVA, but I doubt I would make it back into the vehicle while it's still in orbit. I think we've exhausted all things that we can do with this particular Kerbal. She became a moon. I thought that was... Oh, you mean like Avatar, like the last Airbender Avatar. Back to the Space Center. So we've got a success under our belts. I'll call that a tremendous success. We got a Kerbal into space orbiting. And that's his new life. So, what's our next goal here? We've got a proper orbit. Maybe we can try for something a little bit more out there. Maybe we can make it to the moon. I don't. Okay, maybe we can make it out of orbit. Maybe we can just be like, vroom, out into space. What would make us get out into space? Well, maybe more fuel. Maybe like 2 more things of fuel. Oh, that's click. VG, are you Morty from Rick and Morty? I mean, I'm pretty sure, Rick, that I'm not Rick, and I'm not Morty. I'm just me. Trying to exit curve and sphere of influence, you can burn straight up the whole way. Okay. Well, let's try it with the same rocket then, but with slightly more fuel, I guess, because I already used slightly more fuel. And then we'll see what we can do with this excess fuel that I have garnered. What could go wrong? I just kind of messed with Mother Nature and created a monster. I'm surprised you're still going. Been 3 to 4 hours. It hasn't been that long. I mean, it's been 3 hours. I started at 8 my time. It's 11 my time. That's 3 hours. I'm not your more. Oh wait, something's happening. I didn't turn on SAS. Whoopsies. We got this. Oh no. Straight up. That was not ideal. We're just gonna go with that. Prograde is not really working out for me. Prograde appears to be trying to cause me to go sideways, which is pretty neat, I guess. We're gonna just we're going on a journey here. We're gonna go like on a bombing run. Sweet, we're gonna explore Kerbal. Oh, why am I going down? I'm not telling it to go down. You're not. Why are you going down? Going down is not really the ideal direction here. Why are we going down? Stop going down, please. I would like you to stop. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you do you. I see him. Yes. It was a little bit of a missile launch rather than a rocket launch. Nailed it. Hey, I basically had it. That was not my best work, obviously. Let's try that again. Alright, so we're gonna set the SAS this time. We're gonna go to full throttle and fire off. Every Kerbal was every Kerbal was harmed in the making of this video. If we can manage to hurt more Kerbals, then we're going to. So, if I'm to understand correctly, if I just keep going straight up, I should be able to reach like break free from the pull of Kerbal and just sort of fly like an eagle into the sea, fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. Crap. Now we're gonna get copyright struck. Thanks a lot. Jeez. Given you have enough energy, going straight up is the most efficient escape method. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna go straight up. I have so much energy. Like, I'm like a toddler in a candy store. So much energy. Rise. I'm trying to coax it. Hopefully that okay, it ran out of fluid. But we are making an upward progress. Should I wait till Apopsis for this, or just kind of burn all my fuel like right now? I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I'll burn my fuel right now and see what happens. I say moon and Morty so much if I spam autocomplete it ends up with we need to go to the moon, Morty. No need to wait since you're not circularizing. That's okay. As long as I have made the right decision because I'm a genius. Rise. So, Bearsuit Lane, is your name a reference to the anime Lane? I haven't watched it personally, but I know a good many who are fans of it. I've run out of fuel. Did it get me out? It got me out. Where are we going? Space? We're going to space. We're sending Kerbals to space. I like me some anime. Good times. I'm a fan of the animes as well. However, I've been lapsed in my anime watching in the last decade. So a lot of my anime knowledge is not up to date. Ugh, mage elements. Oh, sad. Your Hearthstoning is going to need some work. I'm not going to be able to make an original joke, and furthermore, I'm going to murder Tamley. What? Why? Why would you do that to poor innocent Tamley while she's beginning to live her new life out in space, which I have sent her into to discover new universes eventually? Vampire Hunter D, Evangelion, Naruto, original Naruto, not whatever it is right now. Like, I was big into it probably, yeah, about 10 years ago. It was about 10 years ago. Original Eva. Oh, yeah. Which is worse, a quick and painless death, or being lost in space, starving to death? Obviously a quick and painless death. I'm the kind one giving them a slow starvation death. You wanting to murder Kerbals instantaneously makes you a monster. Don't be a monster. The movie remakes 1.11 and 2.22 and 3.33 are just about the prettiest things I've ever seen. Of Eva, I actually haven't looked into any of the remake movies. That might be like beyond my knowledge at that point. I did watch the one where, like, he got absorbed into and then had his existential crisis in weird psychological space. You gotta finish Assassination Classroom or what? I'll what? That's fair. I do need to watch Assassination's Classroom. I've seen a good bit of Assassination's Classroom, but I haven't watched any of the recent stuff. All right, so let's leave you to die. I mean, to explore. And return to the Space Center. And what's our next plan of action here? I feel like we have gotten to... We've gotten to space. We've gotten to orbit. We've gotten to space. The next plan, I think, should probably be to... Maybe get to a planet? But how would we get to a planet? That's tricky. Because planets are, like, moving and shit. Who even, like, knows how to deal with moving planets? That's, like, math and stuff. I gotta... Oh, your batteries are low. Shit. That's not gonna work. So, let's try it. Let's try it anyways. Let's see what we can do. We're just gonna put a bunch of fuel. Like a bunch of fuel. Like this is this fuel, this right here. You see this fuel? It's not a good enough fuel. This is bad fuel. This is clearly not the number of fuels that we need. We need more fuels. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna double up this. Double up. We're gonna get rid of this because science is bullshit. We don't need science right now. We're gonna drop. Oh, nope, no. Oh, no, we fucked up. Drop that there. Now that's a rocket. Maybe, you know what? Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it again. Beautiful. Or 1,500 hours in Kerbal Space Program. Biological weapon named Electric Diarrhea. Nah. We've got ourselves a rocket. This rocket is the rocketest rocket that ever rocketed up rocketdom. We got this. Gonna max throttle. We're gonna launch. That's not the thing to launch, the thing that I wanted to launch there. That was actually the wrong thing to launch there, but I guess we're not really launching the thing that I wanted to launch there. Mission accomplished. Alright, so let's revert to assembly, reconsider what happened there. Was the wrong engine started? No, that's the one that should start first. I don't understand what happened there. It wasn't powerful enough, perhaps? Maybe take a break. What? Are you suggesting that I have had too many shots to think properly? No, that ain't me. I've clearly got the clearest of thoughts. So I shouldn't have any problems. This right here is... there's no reason I can see where this should go wrong. I don't understand what's happening here that's wrong. We're gonna maybe I don't know, make it bigger? Well, this is okay. Maybe let's launch it again just to make sure everything goes the way I thought it went, because I thought that we had this guy going off, but the second one was going off for some reason. Never just suggesting rest, you do you. Well, I do. Constantly try a vector engine. Okay, well, we're gonna launch this because I like hearing the boom sound. And Jambury Kerman, well, honestly, you look like an asshole, so fuck you. Alright. A vector engine, you say? So we're gonna replace the launch engine with a vector. And vector is this guy right here. Right, well, that goes away. That's going to be our engine for producing lift in the first place, to get us out of this wacky atmosphere. It's not going to replace the other engines simply because that's a lot of work, and we don't want to put too much work into a spaceship. That's not what rocket science is about. Rocket science is about just working on what we got. I'm not even at max velocity here. That's crazy. Why wasn't I using this engine to begin with? Probably because it uses like a bunch of fuel really freaking fast. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Let's do this. Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of that just yet, but oh well. What could go wrong? I was supposed to turn on that. You gonna die? Dang! You're hurting me with all of your assumptions. I would not die. Now, Jembury Kerman, he gonna die. I feel like I'm not quite hitting that, but I do feel like I am managing some kind of outward velocity action here, so that I'm probably gonna make it out. This is probably plenty. What with the pull of Earth weakening as I move outward. That's how that works, right? Gravity is weakened by the fact that I am less close to Earth, right? That's how that works. Physics. I went to a physics class a couple times. There's my up and atom. I'm making some sort of up, though I lack the atom of science. About to run out of fuel here, but I think I'm going... Okay, maybe not. Did I just eject the last of my fuel? Yes, I did. That's unfortunate. I didn't even make it away from Earth. That's sad. Oh, wait, is this... Don't Worry doing its thing? Actually, neither of them really made it from Earth. They're both coming back eventually. Apparently. I was not aware that that was a thing. I guess it makes sense because technically, because of the way that gravitational physics works, you don't escape the gravitational pull of any object ever, but you do eventually get close to other gravitational objects which have more powerful pull. Which means that the compensator will be back one day. And I don't have any fuel to really tell it to, you know, not be in this path. I can't make it to the moon like that. That's fine. let's go back to the Space Center. We have a few Kerbals in space right now. A few of them are going up and back, which will probably result in their imminent death once they come back in the atmosphere, and I can't keep them from dying a horrible, painful death. But we got one in orbit, which means they are going to live there until they starve. And that's scientific progress, scientific learnings of sorts. Maybe what I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to take an actual, for real break, call this a night, and I'm gonna come back to this and consider. I think it's a good thing Kerbals are immortal. Yeah, I'm gonna consider other options on how to get things into other planets. Maybe like get something to the moon. Maybe get something to some of those other little astral bodies that seem to be floating into wherever, because there were some other things that were showing up on my map when I opened it up, and I'm not really sure what those were. If I need to like look at those via a telescope or something, do some science, I don't know. I'm really kind of uncertain about what most of this game entails. So for now, thank you guys for watching. Thank you everyone for your help. Thank you Bearsuit Lane especially for all of your insights, and see you guys next stream. Hey, Saber Crit, you came at just the right time. We're calling it for the evening. But thanks for joining us anyways. And tell your friends.